Okay, let's see now how we can use this function, the Explorer function. So we launch it, and we see with this view that we have two elements on two floors, on the 0, 0 and 0, 1. So we could see each individual room. So you see it with the area, perimeter, and one ID. And when you see the width and the height is, for example, single door kitchen, we have the area, but also a toilet, staircase, and in the kitchen we have a window. So the width, the height, and the sill height. And if we want to go to there and we don't know exactly where it is, we can pick the point and press zoom to, so we move to this area, or to a corridor, so to this one, so we can zoom to the element. This is the first thing that we can do from this function, or we can choose all the elements and then export to Excel. So I recommend you to select all, because some information is in some objects, so you don't have to pick the room polygons or whatever. So we have to activate all layers of the 0, 0 and 0, 1, and then we say select all, and then export to Excel, and then all the elements with properties and attributes will be exported to a new Excel spreadsheet. So we see here, for example, we have rooms, doors, windows, and walls. We see here the floor, the room ID, the classification if we defined one, and then the area, the perimeter, the room height, and then the floor material. This would be for rooms. Then for doors, we see also the floor, the room, and the type. This is what I said. If we need to export it later onto Excel, we should define the room name, or with reading the room properties, and then the type, this single door, double door, single, whatever, the width and the height. And then for windows, we have only one on the floor 0 in the kitchen, and we see the width, the height, and the sill height. And also a new function that came in this release was this one, so exporting the individual walls with the height. So this way we have the area of each wall, so we can calculate the area for painting purposes or whatever, or if they want to, the customer want to include it into the facility management software. So we would see here that we have 33 square meters to be painted, so we could easily calculate all this. Okay, let's see now this function, rename scans. So I launched the function, and we see that we will remove some text and we will replace it by a different text. So I just turn off the point cloud, and I just keep the station points. So just turn off all these layers, and I keep all this. So we do it first with one station, so you can see it. For example, if we pick here, select, I pick only this. I can pick it from here or from the Project Explorer, from here, from the scan stations. I can pick the station 33. For example, I want to remove station space 0, and I want to keep the 33, but so I just write station space 0, and I replace it with the letter S minus, for example. So I click here, so you will see that this will be changed. So you see the S33, but I can do it also for several of them. So I can do it for all of them at once. So we have all of them selected. So now we have all the new names here. Is useful if you are importing station points or scans from the TX8, TX6, or from any other scanner where you have long station names and you want to keep them much smaller. So this way we can work and choose the old text and replace it with the new one. Let's see now how we can use the room properties function, and for which goals we can use it, for different goals. So the first thing is that we are going to turn off the point cloud so we can see it a bit better. And we launch the room properties function, and it's already there on room, so we can pick the text of the room. So we read the floor, the room name, etc. Classification if we use one. And for example, I'm also showing you now the classification. So depending on what we set here and the norm, DIN whatever, or I'm going to create right now a new one so you can see another goal of using classification or room use. So I keep it as it is for the moment, store. This way we would have here the classification according to the DIN 277. Let's use it this, for example, for the beginning, but I will show you right now another thing. And if we want to change the color, so for this kind of office rooms, we will use this one, and the floor material will be concrete. Then we update, so you see that the color was changed, etc. And then if the room ID is a false one, or for example you realize, oh, I wanted a space after the double point for all of this, so I can go to here and say here after that I choose the space, here the same, store, and then I can pick it again and say update, so I have it. Or I say, oh no, for this customer I didn't want the perimeter, so I don't need to edit the text manually and remove or whatever. I can go here and say I don't want the perimeter here, and I don't want it here. The area is on position 3 and the room height on position 4, store, and I just click the text again, update, so we see what we have defined. And I'm showing you another goal of using the norm. So we go to the installation folder. If we order this by type, so we will see here some NRM files, which is norm. So I'm creating a copy of this one, and I call it test rooms, and I just open it, and imagine that we want to see them. For example, I'm just removing all, and I'm creating for example whatever element underscore kitchen, living, and toilet, just so you can see it, toilet. Okay, so now if we come back to buildings and we just close this and go to settings, now we have another option here, test rooms. We store, and now for example imagine that we are going to draw here some new rooms, so we would go to wall and we would use whatever we choose here, living, so we click from here the use or whatever, so we have a color for that, so just draw very quick rooms so you can see it, it's in green. Then we use it, we measure a toilet, so I pick from here toilet, and for us the toilet will be blue, so I measure my toilet. Now if I'm measuring another living room somewhere else, and as soon as I pick this, it will take the color, so this way we can create color plans to show each individual use or whatever. So, and also if we are showing the classification, you can show the left part, the right part, or all together. So for example, if we go to here and say now we want to show also the classification on position 3, and we want to see all, we choose 4 here and 5 here, store, and then with the room properties we can just pick this one and say update, so we see to living and the color, etc. Or if we only want to see the order or the right part or whatever, so we would just pick here only the right part, store, and again choosing updating, so I only see the right part.